in the rotting slums beneath the Empire's iron towers. Kale survives by salvaging relics from cursed ruins. A sudden tremor unearths a black obelisk, humming with void energy that prickles his skin.
Everyone fears these ruins, but I've never seen anything like this.
The moment his fingers brush the cold stone, forbidden spatial art floods his nerves like lightning.
It's rewriting my insides. I can feel the folds between spaces.
Reality ripples. Kale is hurled backward as the obelisk releases a shockwave of violet energy.
The world bent. I made it bend. That was me.
Spatial tears flicker around him, unstable. For 3 centuries, such sparks meant execution. The obelisk sinks back into the rubble, leaving only a lingering hum and a changed scavenger. Above, the Empire's iron towers cast long shadows. Kale clutches his scarred hands, unaware of the hunters already moving. In the Grand Augur's citadel, ancient sensors flare. A spatial breach not felt for 3 centuries.
A spatial signature. After 300 years, the forbidden art stirs again.
He throws open forbidden archives, fingers tracing records of executions for the erased art.
Inquisitor Lysandra, take a purge squad to the slum quarter. Burn it to the ground. No survivors.
Your Grace, to torch an entire quarter. What threat demands such sacrifice?
A void-born heretic touched a cursed relic and awakened spatial arts. Bury him among ashes.
Lysandra's face hardens. She snaps orders to her assembled soldiers, their weapons gleaming with suppression runes.
Spatial arts. I trained to kill their last practitioner a century ago. My blade will taste void heresy again.
Boots echo through the citadel as the squad marches under blood-red banners toward the slums below. Kale clutches his scarred hands in the darkening ruins, unaware the Empire's judgment is already descending. Lysandra's soldiers fan out, touching suppression torches to every door. Flames roar, devouring the slum quarter.
Burn it all. The heretic will reveal himself to protect the helpless. They always do.
That smoke, thick and black. It's not scrap fires. The Inquisition is here.
Kale scrambles over debris, his breath ragged. The narrow alleys he knows by heart now feel like a trap. He bursts into the main square. His shelter is an inferno. Sarah stumbles toward him, her small face streaked with ash.
Kale, they burned the orphanage. I tried to hide, but they dragged me out. Please, I am so scared.
Kale lunges forward, but a soldier shoves him back. Spatial energy sparks from his hands, wild and useless. He can't control it yet.
I am not with him. I swear. Kale is the one you want. He's the Voidborn. He was a Voidborn. He was at the obelisk. Merrick, you coward. But if I stay, we both die. I have to run. Make them chase me, not her.
Kale twists his hands into a clumsy fold. Space screams, and he stumbles through a ragged tier. Collapsing in a ruined alley far from the flames, Kale slumps against a crumbling wall, his breath ragged. Shouts echo through the ruins. The Inquisition is closing in.
Can't stop now. If they catch me, Sarah pays the price. Get up. Move.
A soldier lunges from the shadows. Kale's hands twist instinctively. Space flickers, and he's 10 paces deeper into the ruins.
This part of the ruins, older than the slums. No scavenger has ever reached it. I feel something pulling me.
He collapses against a wall carved with geometric symbols. A thrum of his own spatial energy leaks from his palm. The stone responds, sliding open to reveal a descending stairwell.
It recognized the void touch, like a key. Was this sealed to keep something in? Or to welcome someone like me?
He descends cautiously. The air grows cold, static. At the bottom, a vast chamber shimmers with soft blue light. Data crystals cover every wall.
This place, it's been waiting for centuries, powered down until a spatial signature woke it. My signature.
A faint hum grows louder. Streams of light coalesce in the center of the chamber, forming a translucent figure, a woman woven from data and ancient memory. She fixes her ancient gaze upon Kale, and the air itself tightens with the weight of forgotten truths about to be spoken.
Your blood sings with the void, a resonance I have not felt in 3 centuries. You are of the erased lineage.
What are you? What do you mean? Erased lineage. This chamber opened to my touch like a key.
The archivist gestures, and the crystals ignite with holograms. Figures folding space like cloth, building bridges of light.
Spatial arts were common. Everyone walked through shadows, folded distance. The Empire's founders called it equality. Then the Iron Towers rose, and spatial sparks became death sentences. Entire bloodlines were erased. The nobility's teleportation magic would have been worthless if any child could step through a crack. They burned every scroll, every practitioner.
They didn't just ban it. They buried it so no one could ever rise against them. And I am the first spark in 3 centuries.
But the deepest reason you are not yet ready to hear. The seals have a lock, and you hold the key.
The key? What seals? Tell me everything.
Survive the Inquisition first, then return, and I will show you the price of liberation.
Teach me. For 3 centuries, they've burned my people. I won't survive unless I can control this.
At her gesture, a small cube of crystal floats between them. Kale focuses, his scars glowing purple as he attempts to fold it.
It's like grabbing smoke. Every thread I pull snaps, hurtling me back. 3 centuries of atrophy in my blood.
Touch this memory crystal. It holds the final moments of the last spatial artisan to defy the Empire before the Purge.
Kale's fingers graze the crystal. Cold fire erupts in his mind, dragging him into a vision of smoke and screams. A woman with his same scarred hands kneels on the block. An Inquisitor's blade descends. Her last breath is a spatial tear that never opens.
That was my ancestor. They marked my bloodline, murdered anyone with the spark. I can still feel her rage.
Look, the sealed gate network spans the Empire, a cage to maintain the nobility's monopoly. Your art is the key.
Every blocked gate is a prison for ordinary people. If I can open even one, their teleportation monopoly shatters.
You are not ready. Mastering this art will take more than fury. But understand, opening a gate will bring the entire Inquisition down upon you.
Kale ignores the archivist's warning. He places both palms against the ancient stone, violet energy crawling up his forearms.
Shadow step. Fold into the dark and reappear beyond. Focus. You are the gap between seconds.
Reality resists. His body sinks halfway into the stone before seizing. A piercing spatial screech erupts, echoing through every corridor above.
A spatial rupture. Close. That screech came from the old vaults. Squad, converge on Sector 7. No mercy.
Kale forces his way through. The stone crumbles, sealing the chamber entrance behind him as he crashes onto a rubble-strewn floor, gasping.
Sealed the chamber. The archivist is trapped, and I am bleeding. Perfect.
A soldier lunges from the dark. Kale twists. The blade slashes his shoulder, leaving a deep gash. Desperate, he folds space again, but the jump is wild. He stumbles 20 meters away, leaving a shimmering trail of broken corridors.
He thinks he can escape? Follow the trail. I want that heretic brought to me. Broken but breathing.
Below, the sealed chamber hums faintly, the archivist's light flickering. Now the Inquisition knows exactly where to dig. Kale staggers through the darkness, his shoulder wound staining the floor. The soldier's shouts grow distant, but the spatial trail still glimmers.
Can't keep running blind. Need to bind this wound and find shelter before the next squad corners me.
His bloodied hand presses against a carved wall. A dormant rune drinks the moisture and flares violet. Then the stone shifts inward. He stumbles into a vast chamber, the entrance sealing behind him. Silence. Ahead, a colossal circular gate dominates the space, its runes dark and cold.
A sealed gate, just like the archivist's map, but it's cold. Dead. No matter how much I push, nothing stirs.
A familiar hum vibrates through the stone. Light coalesces beside him, the spectral archivist, her form flickering but resolute.
This is one of the hidden pathways. Once, any commoner could step from here to any corner of the Empire. Equality carved in stone, but the Empire buried them under suppression runes, designed to strangle any spatial art. Your power, as it is, would shatter you against the seals.
Then I'll grow stronger. I'll master the art and tear those runes out of the stone.
First, survive. The Inquisition will not rest. And remember, a suppression rune can be felt before it is seen. Trust your scars.
In the upper ruins, Lysandra's squad carves a massive suppression rune. When she drives her blade into its core, orange energy pulses through the floor.
The scars, they're searing. Like someone poured lead into my veins. I can't feel the folds anymore.
The rune is active. It is draining my remaining power. You must flee before we both fade.
Flee where? I can't even fold a shadow. My power is crushed, and I am bleeding out.
Above, soldiers drag a trembling Merrick before Lysandra. His eyes are hollow, skin bruised from previous beatings.
You will deliver a message to the Voidborn. Tell him the child Sarah will be executed at dawn in the collapsed vault. His surrender is the only price.
I can't. He'll kill me. He knows I betrayed him already. He won't trust a word I say.
Precisely. He'll expect you to beg for forgiveness. Play the broken friend. If you fail, Sarah's blood is on your hands, and you will watch her die.
Merrick is shoved into the darkness, a scrap of cloth with Sarah's ribbon tied to it, clutched in his shaking fist. The trap is set.
Something's wrong. The air tastes bitter, but if Sarah is in danger, I have to go, even if I have to walk into the fire without my art.
Kale pushes himself toward the corridor, but the archivist's form solidifies in his path, her eyes burning with desperate urgency.
Before you go, you must witness what I was forbidden to show. The Empire didn't erase spatial arts for mere control. They erased them to hide the lock. These dimensional seals were built by your own ancestor, the architect of equality. But the founders corrupted them. They now power all noble teleportation. Each seal has a spatial lock, a missing rune only pure void art can fill. If you break even one, the entire network collapses.
The nobles didn't just fear commoners walking through shadows. They built their entire world on stolen power, and I am the key to breaking it.
The Grand Augur knows. He senses you not as a heretic, but as a fuse that could ignite the Empire's doom. He will never let you live.
So if I save Sarah and vanish, they'll still hunt me. But if I open a gate, I bring down their world, and everyone I care about becomes a target.
Your ancestor built failsafes, sanctuaries where the art can be mastered. Find one, grow strong, and then choose. But know this, running forever is death.
So the choice isn't survival or sacrifice. It's live as a ghost, or become the storm that tears every seal open.
The archivist's light gutters to a spark. In the distance, a shuffling sound grows closer. Merrick, carrying Sarah's ribbon and a lie. A trembling figure emerges from the darkness. Merrick, clothes torn, clutching a white silk ribbon. He freezes when he sees Kale, bloodied but upright.
Kale, I came to warn you. The Inquisitors have Sarah. They'll kill her at dawn unless you surrender at the collapsed vault. His voice trembles. A liar trying to sound terrified. He's the bait, not the rescuer, and that ribbon is a chain. Please, believe me. They forced me. Said they'd make me watch her die. I didn't have a choice. Is she hurt? Did they touch her?
The archivist's dying light projects a faint illusion. Sarah in the vault, ash on her cheeks, a soldier's gauntlet holding her shoulder.
She's alive, but barely. Tied to a pillar, and Lysandra keeps staring at her like she's already dead.
Then I am going. Trap or not, I won't let her die alone. Archivist, stay hidden. I'll be back, or I won't.
He turns, his footsteps heavy. Faint violet sparks flicker around his fingers, defiant against the crushing rune. Merrick sinks to his knees. The ribbon forgotten, his whispered plea echoes in the empty chamber. Forgive me. Kale steps through a collapsed arch into the vault. Pillars loom, their shadows cut by the orange glow of a rune. Sarah is bound at the center, ash-streaked and trembling.
Kale! No, it's a trap! Run!
I am sorry. I am so sorry. She made me do it. I didn't have a choice.
Enough. You played your part. Worm, crawl away before I step on you.
She plunges her blade into the rune's core, and orange fire erupts across the floor. Kale's scars sear, his spatial sense crushed to a sliver.
Can't even feel the cracks between seconds. I am a normal man now, with a wounded arm and a promise I can't keep.
The void-born heir of the last artisan, reduced to a bleeding rat. Your ancestor screamed just like this when we took her head.
She knows. She's trying to break me. But if anger alone could open a gate, this vault would be a star.
No clever words. No defiant sparks. I expected more from the bloodline that once terrified emperors. Disappointing.
She raises her blade. Soldiers tighten their circle. Sarah's sobs cut through the hum. Kale is cornered, powerless but not yet broken. Kale screams and slams his fist into the floor. The rune screams back, but reality fractures. Pillars twist, floors tilt into impossible angles.
I feel the cracks, faint spiderwebs behind my eyes. They didn't die for me to kneel. Splinter everything.
Space ripples outward, a jagged maze. Soldiers are scattered, stumbling through corridors that loop. Lysandra's circle is torn apart.
You burn yourself alive, void-born. The rune is stronger. Every second, your organs rupture.
She swings. A spatial crack widens, swallowing her blade. Kale is 3 bends away, blood trailing from his nose.
Hammer on my skull. Fire in my chest. Just a few heartbeats. Untie her. Then I can fall.
He ducks under a tilting pillar, past a frozen soldier, and reaches the plinth. Sarah's eyes are wide. Trembling fingers work the knots. The rune pulses orange hot, the maze shuddering. Walls snap back towards straight, groaning.
Got it. Don't look at the walls. Focus on my hand and stay behind me.
The rope falls. Sarah crashes into his arms, but Kale's knees buckle. The rune flares, the maze crumbles. Lysandra's scream echoes. Lysandra bursts through a dissolving wall, her blade humming with orange rune light, eyes locked on Kale.
Did you think a few twisted walls could stop me, Voidborn? The augur trained me to hunt your kind for a century.
She's too fast. But the cracks between seconds. I felt them when I splintered the vault. If I can stretch that gap.
Kale exhales. A shimmering bubble erupts around Lysandra, her movements suddenly crawling. A fly trapped in amber. Blood trickles from his ear. He steps inside the bubble, fist cracking with residual spatial force, and drives it into her chest plate. Metal buckles. She hurtles backward, crashing into a pillar.
Impossible. You inverted the fold. Your heart must be rupturing.
The bubble collapses. Kale staggers, vision swimming. Then a cry cuts through. Sarah sobs, clutching her arm where a stray shard has slashed deep.
Sarah's hurt, and I can barely stand. This isn't over.
Lysandra pushes herself up, armor dented, but rage still burning. The rune on the floor pulses, feeding her strength, readying another wave. Kale braces himself. One decisive blow wasn't enough. Now, they are both broken fighters, and the vault's exit is still sealed. In the distance, more heavy boots. A second wave of soldiers floods the tunnel. Sarah stirs weakly.
Can't outrun them. Not with her wounded. Not in this body. The vault is a dead end, but the archivist said there was a sealed gate near here. One of the hidden pathways. If I can just reach it.
He drags Sarah toward the back wall, where a faint outline of a circular gate glows through the stone. His bloodied hands slam against the stone. Faint violet sparks sputter from his scars, fighting the suppression.
Ancestors, if any echo of you remains, pour through me. Let this gate remember what we are.
The runes flicker. A deep vibration shakes the vault. The suppression rune pulses orange, struggling to hold. A single tear splits the stone. Widening, void energy spills out, cold and hungry.
Kale, it's tearing itself apart. The gate isn't stable. We'll be crushed.
Reality cracks wide like a shattered mirror. Kale pulls Sarah close, and together they plunge into the swirling vortex. Kale and Sarah tumble through a tunnel of compressed starlight, the roar of breaking dimensions filling their ears. They crash onto soft grass in a brightly lit cavern, the ceiling a canopy of luminous crystal, the air humming with ancient energy. Streams of gentle light descend from the crystal, weaving around Sarah's wound and stitching the flesh closed.
We survived. The gate didn't tear us apart. This place is alive, and it's healing her.
The cavern stretches into the distance, walls lined with gleaming spatial diagrams, training dummies of folded light, and shelves of crystalline scrolls.
We made it. A sanctuary of the old artisans. The archivist said there were failsafes. This must be one of them.
It doesn't hurt anymore. But where are we? Are we safe?
Kale feels the weight of the suppression rune lift completely. His scars hum with warm violet light, no longer burning.
This place isn't just a hideout. It's a training ground. Everything I need to master the art is here. No more fumbling in the dark.
For the first time since the obelisk, silence holds no threat. The sanctuary's light washes over them, a promise etched in ancient stone. Days blur into weeks. Kale devours the crystalline scrolls, his scars pulsing in rhythm with the ancient diagrams.
I can read these like a language I always knew. Every fold, every shadow step. It's all here.
He extends a hand, and the far end of the cavern warps to his fingertip. He steps and arrives, space folding like silk.
Effortless. I can cross the cavern in a heartbeat. The Empire's gates won't hold me now.
With a breath, he freezes a training dummy in a bubble of dilated time, circling it leisurely, and landing 10 blows before a second passes.
Time itself is now a weapon. I could disarm a squad before they blink.
When he masters the final technique, the sanctuary responds. A hologram rises from the central crystal, a woman with his scarred hands. A resonant voice fills the air. Seal breaker, heir of my blood, your power can shatter the Empire, but every broken seal will roar like a dying star.
So it's true. Opening the seals will cause destruction, pain, but silence and chains are worse.
Kale straightens. Violet energy swirls around him like a cloak. The burden of his choice is heavy, but his resolve is iron. Far above, in the Grand Augur's citadel, ancient runes shriek. He feels the sanctuary breathe. A spatial artisan, no longer fledgling.
The seed I ordered burned has grown into a storm. He will shatter the seals if I do not act now.
He raises his staff, chanting an imperial failsafe. Across the Empire, the dimensional seals pulse, draining ambient energy.
Let all sealed gateways harden into unbreakable crystal. The Voidborn will claw at stone and find only his own blood.
In the sanctuary, Sarah gasps as the crystal canopy dims. The healing light retreats, shadows stretching like clawing fingers.
The Augur is reinforcing the seals, trying to lock every gate in the Empire. If he finishes, my power will be useless.
He turns to Sarah, violet sparks crackling. There is no more time for training. He must return before the cage closes forever.
I have to go now. If I can break even one seal before the ritual completes, the network will fracture.
He presses his scarred palms together. A shimmering tear splits the air, A new gate, forced open from within the sanctuary itself. The vortex swirls open, revealing the iron towers of the Imperial Square. Kale steps forward, his silhouette crackling with resolve. Kale steps out of the shimmering tier into the Imperial Square. Lissandra's squad scrambles into formation, but her eyes betray a flicker of fear.
You've grown bolder, void-born. But the square is no ruin. Here, the suppression runes are legion.
Legion or singular, it no longer matters. Watch.
He raises one hand, space folds, and Lysandra is pulled across the square, dropping to her knees at his feet without a single step taken.
You burned my home, kidnapped a child, and hunted me through the dark. But I was never the heretic. I am the key the Empire tried to bury.
He presses 2 fingers against the suppression rune on her chest plate. Violet light eats through the metal, and the rune shatters like brittle glass. A wave ripples outward. Every suppression rune in the square dims to nothing. The soldiers' weapons clatter, suddenly inert.
It's over. I trained a century for this, and he unmade it with a gesture. What has he become?
Go. Tell the augur his cage is already broken. I will come for the central seal, and I will tear it open.
He leaves her kneeling among the discarded weapons, walking toward the iron towers of the Grand Augur's citadel, unscathed and unyielding. Before the citadel gates, the sky darkens. A colossal projection of the Grand Augur materializes, runes blazing, voice rolling like thunder.
You dare defile the sanctity of the Empire. Voidborn, every seal you touch will bleed 1,000 innocents. Cease, or the doom of ages falls on your head.
The Empire that murders children and erases bloodlines has no claim to innocence. I am not your doom. I am the reckoning they buried 3 centuries ago. Watch, augur. I will tear open every sealed gate, starting with the prime seal above your citadel.
He thrusts both hands toward the heavens. A lance of compressed spatial force streaks upward, striking the invisible dimensional seal. With a sound like a cracking world, the prime dimensional seal shatters, a crystalline explosion cascading across the Empire. A wave of violet light erupts, sweeping over the Imperial Square. Then the slums, and beyond, every suppressed gate flickers back to life.
Blasphemy. You have doomed us all. The old pathways are poison. This rebellion will drown in its own chaos.
Not rebellion, augur. Restoration. The spatial arts are no longer erased. From this day, every commoner can step through the cracks you tried to seal.
The projection howls, then dissolves into static. Kale's scarred hands tremble, not from weakness, but from the weight of a promise kept. The shattered seal's shockwave washes over the slums. For the first time in centuries, the air hums with possibility. A child accidentally folds a pebble, sending it skittering across the ground. Gasps, then laughter, ripple through the crowd. Kale steps through a shimmering tear, Sarah's hand in his. Her arm is healed, her eyes bright despite the soot.
It's over? You really did it. The seal is broken.
For now. But this is only the first gate. There are many more, and the Empire will not forgive what we've begun.
Merrick, freed from his inquisitorial captors in the chaos, stumbles forward. His eyes are sunken, but he does not look away.
I have no right to ask, but I want to help. For Sarah, for the slums.
Behind them, silhouettes gather. Scavengers, orphans, old soldiers. They watch with wary hope, holding makeshift weapons and scarred hands. Kale nods. Not a parade, but a beginning. He turns toward the next sealed gate, the city's cracks already glowing again. The story ends not with a throne, but with a step. The Empire's iron towers still loom, but now they are full of cracks. With a gesture, Kale tears open a new spatial rift. The next sealed gate hums in the distance, calling to him. Sarah takes his hand, and behind them, a line of scarred volunteers. Scavengers, orphans, old soldiers, steps forward.
Ready?
Always.
They step into the rift, violet light swallowing them. The makeshift army follows, one by one, into the unknown. The tier closes with a soft hum, leaving the slum square silent. Above, the iron towers still pierce the sky. The buried truth was just the opening act. Across the empire, sealed gates flicker, waiting for a hand to tear them wide. The empire's foundations now pulse with glowing cracks, a promise whispered in the dark, echoing through every forgotten alley. A scavenger touched a stone, and the world began to fracture. Those fractures can never be sealed again. And so, the story continues. Not on a throne, but on the edge of every sealed gate, where the next step awaits.